Morning. She's good. Well, since I last talked to you guys, it's been, I don't know, 4 or 5 days. So far I've gotten about 80 acres of corn planted, and I have worked up and disc open probably close to 400 acres. And right now, this field here is worked up. This is a 66 acre chunk. I worked it up last night, and I'm waiting for fertilizer to get here right now. So while I'm waiting for fertilizer, I'm gonna go break open some more ground here, and then we'll come spread fertilizer. Once fertilizer spread, work it under again, and then we can get to the planters. I'm hoping we can plant this field this evening, but slight chance of rain. Worst case scenario, I'll plant it tomorrow, providing we don't get that much rain, if any. As you can see, I am out spreading fertilizer. The problem is, I have a thunderstorm rolling in. So I'm got it in high gear, bouncing through the field, trying to get this fertilizer spread before it gets wet in the wagon. Because fertilizer, if it gets wet in the wagon, it gets hard, like a brick. So I have to get it spread before it gets wet. At this point, I'm committed. It's raining. I'm gonna keep going though, until it gets really sticky or something. I gotta get this fertilizer off. We have hail coming down. That's not good. I honestly think the bulk of the rain, I think the bulk of the storm just like split us, because it's over there and over there, and right in front of us is this. So I think the bulk of it's kind of going around south of me and north of me. At least I hope. Now the sun wants to come out. It's still dark back there, but that's behind us. I just got back into the tillage tractor. The wind is like ripping out real fast, and it's drying the field out super quick. So I'm gonna go ahead and till this fertilizer in and kind of see where we're at once I get this. I think this field's 66 acres. Once I get this done, then we're gonna look and see time-wise of getting it planted. If I can't get it planted tonight, then first thing tomorrow morning I'll get in the planting tractor and come out here and plant it. That field is ready to plant. And considering it's almost 8 o'clock right now, I think what I'm going to do is I'm just going to call it a night, and then we'll bring the planters down first thing in the morning and start planting this and get done with it and move on with our day. By the time I bring the planters down here, it'll be almost 9 o'clock, and then it'll take me probably 3.5 to 4 hours to plant this field. So I'd rather just start fresh in the morning at this point. So I think what I'm going to do is I'll just continue this video on. So we'll see you in the morning. Morning. We are planting. I am about 20 acres into this field so far, and knock on wood, everything seems to be running smoothly. I literally have been on the phone this entire field. The whole time I planted this field, I've been on the phone. Apparently I picked up a branch. I gotta go place this in the woods where it belongs. At any rate, I'm hoping I have just a little bit of seed left. I kind of did the math on how much seed I should use for what I felt this was. I should have probably a little bit more because of the fact that I was figuring this was 65 acres and it's actually 62 acres. I got more seed than I thought I did. That's all right. All right. Now what we're gonna do is we're gonna fold this up, take this back to the farm, and then I'm going to drive over to look at the next farm that's going to be planted to corn. The next farm to be planted to corn is actually new ground for us. It was a hay field. So I sprayed it a couple weeks ago. It is died off and dead, but we got to go in there and work the ground. And because it was an old hay field, the root structures and the root balls are going to be in there. And we're going to have to go over it like several times before we can get it well enough to plant. Get the dirt broke up enough to plant. The problem is, doesn't matter what we do, it's still going to be a little bumpy this year. That's why we're planting corn, because corn, you cut about a foot or 2 foot off the ground and the head's not nowhere near the ground, so it can be a little bumpy to plant corn in. The problem is, if we were to plant beans, the head to cut beans rides right on the ground, so you don't want rough ground to do that. And because this is new ground to us, we don't know what it's capable of producing, so we figured we'll work it up the best we can right now, plant it to corn, chisel plow it in the fall, and then we'll put beans in it next year. So let's go, let's get this back to the farm, then we can go look at the new place. I got all the way back to the farm, and I know I'm going to get in the tillage tractor and go to a different farm and leave my truck where the tillage tractor is. And I got thinking, wonder how much fuel's in the tillage tractor. So I got on the old John Deere app and looked it up, and I saw that I had a 1/4 tank of fuel in the tillage tractor. So I hooked up to the old fuel trailer and threw some fuel in it, and now I'm gonna go fill the tractor up with fuel and then head to the next field. I gotta say, I really like this John Deere Op Center app. For stupid things like that, I could just check the fuel level on a tractor. We're fueling. Get this thing filled up, and then I'm gonna take a drive over to the new property, make sure everything's good to go there, and then come back and get this bad boy. This new ground is it's a little hilly, but I think it's manageable. Like, we're gonna go downhill. Whee! You just gotta, you have to go down the hills and up the slower, lesser hills. That's what I found. That or you're downshifting a lot. I am done here for the day. I'll be back here tomorrow, I'm sure. We have the piece next door here. I need to break that open as well. So I'll work on that probably tomorrow first, and then come back and hit this stuff again. But my Uber is coming, so I'm just waiting for it to show up. Like, my Uber showed up in a Jeep. No
in
less.
the Jeep, yes. And I got asked, what did you bring this piece of crap for?
Garbage. Alright guys, that's all I have for you for today, I guess. We'll do another video here. I don't know if I'll do it tomorrow or in the next few days. But at any rate, thanks for watching. We'll catch you in the next one.